Welcome back to Joe Stunner Boxing. The circus is in town, in case you weren't aware. Um, there was a press conference between, well, the two main protagonists, I think, were Tommy Fury and KSI. I didn't watch this until a friend of mine sent me a link showing John Fury going berserk, and then I thought, all right, I'll have a look at this. And I found myself laughing. I did watch I think it was most of the press conference, if not all of it. And there was some other guy who is going to fight Logan Paul, and they were getting all, insulting each other's girlfriends and mothers. And then it was one of them's birthday, so Logan Paul brought out this big cake of this future opponent laying flat out like he'd been knocked out. And of course he had a camel toe, because obviously he's a big pussy, And then suddenly, from out of the blue, I'm thinking, this is a load of shit. And then out of the blue, across the air came the dulcet tones of Mr. John Fury, who's sort of saying, "What is this load of rubbish? We're fighting men. Let's talk like men." And it's like listening to a load of kids in a kindergarten and all. And of course, he was right. And obviously, he's going to support his boy. Tommy Fury had a few exchanges with KSI. A couple of bottles of that prime stuff got chucked around. But then John went absolutely berserk. He flipped the table over, and then he kicked another table, and then everyone jumps in. It's a free-for-all, and I think Logan Paul was standing there going, Look, why am I talking about this? I'm talking about it because, well, it made me laugh, or Fury made me laugh anyway. I mean, what a berserk character he is. He's... someone I know said to me that she's watching there's a Fury, Tyson Fury's some sort of At Home with the Furies documentary sort of thing on, I don't know whether it's Netflix or Amazon or one of those channels. And she said, she doesn't know anything about boxing, she doesn't care about it. And she said, I really like John Fury, a real salt of the earth guy. And I said, well, have you seen him when he's when he's going into one? She said, no, but I really like him. And I think he does have that sort of gritty, down-to-earth appeal for people that sort of watch him casually, when you know what he's like, and you know a bit about his past and gouging people's eyes out and all this. But he's kind of found his stage really in this whole YouTuber crap, because it's the circus has come to town. That's what it is. It's not to be taken seriously. Like, it's not my cup of tea. I like real boxing. I'm not interested in YouTubers. Tommy Fury is supposed to be a real pro. He is a real pro because he's got a license. But he's beaten Jake Paul. Now he's coming up to KSI, and he said, I'm going to try and shut down YouTuber boxing. That's the last thing you want to do, mate, because this stuff is lucrative. I mean, it's junk. I always say it's like, the Harlem Globetrotters compared to the NBA. But people enjoyed watching the Harlem Globetrotters. If you don't know who they are, you're too young. Maybe I'm showing my age, but go Google them. They were a sort of fake basketball team. They do tricks and, against another sort of stooge team. And they'd entertain. It wasn't real basketball, but they'd entertain. And I kind of put this YouTuber boxing stuff on a par with that. And the simple, look, it's not my thing, but if you don't like it, don't watch it. I mean, I probably won't watch Tommy Fury and KSI. I won't watch it live. Maybe if it appears on YouTube, I'll take a quick look. But if it's not your thing, don't watch it. It's like when I hear real boxing fans talking about this stuff and saying that it's, when I say real, I mean people who consider themselves to be more than just casuals, real in inverted commas. I just think, well, it's like a sort of serious film director making fun of a rom-com or something. If you go watch a rom-com or you go and watch a silly comedy or something like that, what are you expecting? Citizen Kane? No one's going to mistake, Barbie for Lawrence of Arabia, are they? And they're an idiot if they do. And it's the same with this sort of stuff. It's kid stuff. It's WWE. Okay, they're hitting each other for real, but does it matter? No. But I have to say, just having watched, and shout out to Andy who pointed me in the direction of this press conference with tables flying everywhere, I have to say I was laughing. I've got to be honest with you, I was laughing. And that's going to put bums on seats. You know, if an old bugger like me can, can laugh at something like that, well, all these kids that are into, that drink Prime and know KSI is and Logan Paul is, who have followed them for years, they're going to love this stuff. And Kelly Sauerland, who, by the way, nearly shat himself when Fury was going mad, he was interviewed afterwards, and he said, "Oh, it's a lot of distasteful crap." No, it's not, Calais. In the next breath, he said, "Oh, this is going to be the biggest pay-per-view. We're going to make loads of money and the biggest pay-per-view ever." And yeah, well, one of the reasons that it's going to be so lucrative is because John Fury's there kicking tables around, and he thankfully didn't get his shirt off. I mean, Christ, his moves are bigger than mine, but it's all the fun of the fair. That's what it is. It's carnival stuff. It's the circus has come to town, but I do think it's as someone who considers himself to be a quote unquote real boxing fan, someone who really does like proper boxing. I do think it's a shame that the Sauerlands have gone from that World Boxing Super Series thing they did, where Usyk won one and Josh Taylor won another, Inoue won another. Fantastic, brilliant boxing tournaments, and now they've gone to doing this sort of thing. And guess which one they're making more money out of? It's a shame, innit? But it is what it is. I guess we have to accept it, take it or leave it. I don't see it as being. I don't see YouTube boxing as impacting on real boxing, because real boxing has always been pretty much a niche sport. I mean, actually not always, because if you go back where I'm from in London, you'd have 30,000 people coming out to watch a fight 60, 70 years ago. But then, of course, there wasn't that much TV around, and there weren't the other outlets. But for the last however many years, probably for a young generation who are just getting into boxing in a big way, probably boxing is pretty much a niche sport. This isn't, because these guys are coming into boxing, or what is a version of boxing, with huge fan bases anyway. So of course they're going to make more money. Of course they are. But again, good luck to them. Good luck to KSI. Tommy Fury's already a millionaire, even though he's never beaten anyone who's probably top 10 British level. I don't begrudge people making money. Again, it's a case of take it or leave it. So anyway, what did you think of this this press conference? Did you see it? I was laughing my tits off. I really was. John Fury, man. I mean, I kind of got to the point where I'm thinking, John Fury, I'm sick of the guy. Just go away, mate. You're making a fool of yourself. But then you put him in the right environment, in the right arena, and suddenly you think, okay, yeah, he fits in. Kicking tables around and threatening to beat up people who are like 35 years younger than he is. You know what I mean? Anyway. Something just popped into my head once. I must have been about in my early 40s once, and I was at a gig and someone took liberties and I got into a fight with them. And halfway through punching this kid, I was thinking, this fucking kid's young enough to be my son. What the hell am I hitting him for? I mean, he was being naughty, but I'm saying like John Fury. Trust me, I'm not. But that's what it reminded me of, John Fury. Boy, he must be my age. He must be like 50. I'm 56. He must be in his mid-50s or late 50s. And he's standing there on the stage. Go and have a look at it. Go on, I've gone on enough about it. Go and have a look at it. You'll laugh. And let me know what you think. But it made me laugh anyway. The fight itself, Fury and KSI, I don't know who's going to win. I don't know. You would hope Fury would win if he's a professional boxer. But they're making a few quid, so good luck to them. Anyway, comments below. Subscribe to the channel if you do. Hit the like button and all that business. You know the drill, don't you? Spread the word about Joe Stunner Boxing. Thanks for your time as always. Bye for now.